AFTV, Lee, I was looking and thinking, where's Lee? Heard you just saying that you had to go for a little walk because you so upset by the defeat. I mean, it was a very upsetting defeat because got a whole half to go at them literally with 10 men. I keep saying whole half plus extra time. 70 minutes, 70. And we didn't do enough, did we? I mean, although again, we've created chances, we've missed chances, we missed a penalty. I mean, it all went wrong, didn't it?
Yeah, I'm not upset, about the defeat because that can happen in fit. It's the way we lost. You know what I mean? Like that result today and the way we play today is, I don't see us coming back from it. That's my worry. That's why I've been walking around. How do we come back from that? What do we do differently to get ourselves out of this predicament? Because we ain't going to do it by scoring goals. We ain't going to outscore teams at this moment in time. The tactics are dead at this moment in time. Again, it's not an entertaining watch. And listen, you can't continue. It's like I feel like I'm watching UK Gold every week, like, you know what I mean? Because it continually keeps happening, like continually miss chances. I'm not being all today. Kai Havertz missed an absolute sitter on Tuesday. He's gone and done even better today by missing it from a yard. And I tell you what, the whole stadium's energy was sucked out of there. And do you know what? I don't feel sorry for any. I do feel sorry for the fans a little bit. I don't feel sorry for Mikel Arteta. I don't feel sorry for the players because that is what you've done. You've deserved whatever you get. Because I can tell you this now. I give credit to Newcastle because I felt that we didn't play that bad. Okay, but Man United had one shot. How do you think Gabriel feels today? He makes one mistake, right? Bang, punished. He sees their defenders making mistake after mistake and getting away with them. And in the end, you're going to go on. You cannot make excuses for it no longer. And at the end of it, you have to turn around and say that as a team, as a club, it's all on us because every single one of us has been saying we need a striker. Even the ones that were turning around saying we're in a bad window and all that have all said, you as well, we need a striker. The manager and the club have not gone and addressed that. And if they do not address it, Rob, there's plenty more heartbreak to come. That's why I'm about to walk around here, like, because I pay a lot of money for my season ticket, and I'm seeing players that are not good enough for the money that I pay. They ain't. They ain't, Rob. Like, you know what I mean? I'm fed up with seeing people keep missing chance after chance after chance. The penalty today, should score that. But at the end of the day, as my mate Kevin said, I'll give him credit for it. He said to me before that penalty was taken, get someone else to take it. He's having a shocker. You know what I mean? Like that I get that.
Havertz to take it. You saw what he done with his one.
You've got Jorginho's a good penalty taker. Yeah. I think criticism. He was when he was
still on at that time though.
And when you look at it today, right, people are slagging off the team because of penalties missed and all that. I think that's our first penalty miss since Martinelli in the Europa League. Listen, penalties can be missed and all that. But when it went to penalties, I'm going to say this now, we didn't deserve it. We had enough time with 10 men to break them down. Yeah. And if you think about it, if we can't break that, what did we do when it has 11 men? What did we actually do? Their goalkeeper had not made a save until we went down to 10 men. Now that is on Mikel Arteta and the tactics. Now I'm looking at the my mate Russ said it just as we were walking over here, like, when have you sat down in your seat and got off your seat in the first 5 minutes because we've gone into a team and everything like that? Like half the stadium's asleep because it's been passed to death in the first 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, when are we going and smashing teams straight away like we've done for 2 years? We're at home. We pay good money to come here and we want to see us go out there and entertain and go through that. Like that today wasn't good enough. Now, I'll give Newcastle a lot of credit and I'm going to give Man United the credit they deserve for the defending. But at the end of the day, that's all they done today. But when they did go forward, they looked a lot more dangerous than us. Like apparently Timber's out injured now. Like, you've got Jesus out injured now. But that's all right. We sit on what we're doing and all that. Like the transfer, mate. People keep going on about, and I hear what they're saying. 700 million spent and all that. Arteta, has he really spent 700 million? Not really, because he spent 70 million this transfer window and he got £70 million back. We sold Eddie and we sold Smith Rowe. So we haven't, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm now looking at the board and going, right, you ain't spent no money in January. You haven't spent no money in the summer, which is a big transfer window. Well, you've got a chance to put it right now. And at the end of it, you've now lost Jesus. He looks like he's going to be out for a while.
Look like a bad injury.
Yeah, when a player gets stretchered off, he ain't coming back on Wednesday. Right? Right, let's get that right, like, you know. So if they don't do anything, you know what I mean? Like, I honestly think, look, I'm not buying all this, like, people going, oh, Mikel out and all that. Like, I get and I understand when people are losing faith in him, because I tell you this now, I'm starting to lose faith big time. I am when I watch what I'm seeing. I've said to you a week ago that these games were coming. You know what I mean? Like, if you're struggling against Ipswich and holding on against Ipswich, what are the likes you're going to do with the likes of Man United and Newcastle and Tottenham coming to you? Aston Villa, you are going to struggle unless you change. Now, at the end of it, you're not going to... People go on about, and this is one of the things that really annoys me about, but we was the top goal scorers last season, like, yeah? But you're banging in 6-5s and all that, like, you know? But when it matters, Robbie, is when it's 1-0 down or it's 1-0 in big tight games. How many times have we come out trumps? Quite a few times, if I'll be really honest, you know what I mean? But on a lot of occasions, we haven't. And today...
And you're seeing that Arsenal are struggling. Any team that comes and has a very defensive formation, like United did today, like Newcastle had the other night, like Ipswich had, like Fulham had, right? We're struggling. We're struggling because then those are the games where, you know, you may only get a couple of chances and you must take them when they come.
And what do you need? What do you need when you break that down? Forget about the strike. We all know you need a striker. How can you break down blocks like that? Get somebody in there that can get the ball and go past players. You spent 30 odd million on Marino, he doesn't do that. Smith Rowe does. Smith Rowe can go past players. Then now you've got to get somebody in that can go past players. Because what I see with Marino today, and I'll go on about it again, his contribution today was he got a player sent off. That was his contribution today, like, from a bad first touch, by the way. Like. But what else did he do? What else? He's not going to go past players, break the lines, We have got to have something different to playing in front. Like, you've got people like Maguire who, come on, he's a decent centre-half, but he's not being tested. Everything's in front of him, so it's simple. Like, win the ball, make a tackle, win your ball. When is he getting turned? Where's all of our intricate 1-2s gone? Where have they all gone?
They've gone with Saka.
Disappeared with him. Like, you know, listen, it's not just Saka, is it? You know what I mean? Like, you can't keep going down. Cannot keep blaming, because we've lost Saka. You know what I mean? Like, we lost Odegaard at the beginning of this season, and a manager. And listen, I'm not having I'm saying about being really honest with Mikel Arteta now. Like, you know, a manager, when you can play Saka and you can play a fit Odegaard and you can play all these fit players all the time, right? It's an easier job. Yeah. When you earn your money, when you become a top manager, it's when things are not going right. When you've got to make a solution for Odegaard and you fail. You make a solution for Saliba when he's out 2-3 years ago. You fail, right? Now you're losing Saka. You have to find a solution and have to make something happen. And it's not. So at the end of the day, Mikel, the fans will turn. Fans will turn unless you do something. Now, if he goes out tomorrow and says, right, I've had enough of this, I'm buying this and that, then great. I'm seeing Man City who are struggling this season, like, yeah, right, going and buying 2 or 3 players in this transfer window. Now, if they do that, Robbie, right, and they come above us at the end of the season, what does that tell you? You know what I mean? Like, as a club with ambition, it's got drive and whatever, like, you know. And I look at this club now, and it's excuses all the time. It's the fans making excuses for balls, this and that. The ball making, there's no one good enough out there and there's none of this and all that. Like, no more excuses now. Get off your arse on the ball, who's ever in charge now, and help this manager out. Because if you do not help this manager out, he is gone, Robbie. He is gone because the fans will turn on him, right? And they are starting to turn on him now. As you say, 15 million a year. Now you've got your checkbook out and you're paying him top money, right? Start playing, getting the players in that are going to take us to the next level, because this is what we've got the problem now, like, and people are going to get all over excited about it and all ever. He has put us to a level, right? He has put us to a level which we're all, like, I think, all happy that we've got to. But we now want to know if we can go to the next level. Now, is that with the manager or not? Then that's a question that you can ask, and I think it's quite fair. I don't like it when I hear people go, "Oh, get rid of the clown. He's clueless," and things like that. Like, listen, the first couple of years he was clueless and he was a clown. Do you know why? Because he didn't have the experience. He's got a bit of experience now, and he's done well to get us to a certain level, right? But now your questions are going to be asked: can you take us further? And when you watch that today, and you see the performance today, you have to hold your hands up and go, no.
He's got a chance to sort of get a bit of faith back with some of the fans. North London derby on Wednesday. What do we have to do different in that game?
Well, we've got to take our chances. You can't, like, at the end of the day, you can't. This is, I'm not. Is this elite level? Are we at elite level? Right, so when you're at elite level, you've got to take chances like I'm seeing, because that's what you are. So we've got to start taking our chances. Now, I hear everybody turn around, and I'll tell you this now, our Spurs would be different because we're come and attack. If he's got anything about him, Postecoglou, right, if he's got anything about him, if he comes here and attacks Arsenal, right, and loses, he deserves to be sacked in the morning, right? Because there is a blueprint, there is a document out there to know how to play Arsenal. And he has ammunition that can hurt us more than Man United with on the counter-attack, with the likes of Song, I know they've got up front, like, you know what I mean, like Solanke and Kulusevski. They've got more tools to hurt us than Man United, if they do it properly. Now, if they don't do it properly, then we might take over. But or unless Mikel rips up what he's got at the minute and go back to just trying to attack teams and trying to beat teams, because we have got the players, but I don't think he trusts who we've got up top at this moment in time. So listen, I think, if I'll be really honest, Rob, if we are to get ourselves back into this, we've got two competitions now, the two hardest ones, and as you say, we're toothless. So listen, if we haven't got the right tools like against Tottenham, we will get done. And if we get done against Tottenham, Rob, I'll tell you that now, you think like it's bad today, that'd be me done. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you've got to change the tactics. You have to now win. We've got the Champions League and the League. They're the two toughest competitions. If you lose on Wednesday, not only have you lost the Spurs, you're out of the title race. You know what I mean? Like, it cannot fall to that. All at home. So listen, I think it's, you've got to get the old tin hats on and just hope that they do something like, But I am worried about what I'm seeing at the moment. Please, Mikel, don't make quotes that you don't need players and all that. You need to sort something. We need to change. If you're not prepared to bring in players and change, then I'm afraid you're under pressure.